So we're here with two guys from the North Sea. We have Owen and we have Mono, who have just played Gigonometry. Guys, how was it for you?
Deadly, yeah, really enjoyed it. Yeah, it's great crack.
Good.
One of our best gigs.
Great sound and great reception.
Yeah. Well, I have to say the Workman's Club really do put on a great... It's probably one of the best stage sounds you could possibly get, I think, isn't it?
Yes, yeah.
You really feel like rock stars, don't you, when you're up there?
Definitely, yeah, especially here now, camera in front of us and mic in front of me and all, yeah.
It's all happening, man. It's all happening. And speaking of it all happening, it is kind of all happening for you guys, because you've been together for about 4 or 5 years, am I right in saying that?
We kind of released the EP, our first EP in 2012, and then we recorded the album in 2013, which is mad actually. It's like flown in since then, and then we just kind of were mixing and stuff around 2014, start playing a few shows, and then we're just getting ready to release then in June 26th.
Excellent. Okay, we'll talk more about the release gig in a few minutes' time, but talk to me about the album. You went all the way to France and recorded in the legendary, at this stage, Black Box Studios with Dave Odlum.
Yeah, it was great crack, yeah. 5 of us went over, we spent 2 weeks. The first week was recording the album, and the second week was just having a little bit of crack about France, yeah. But it was great crack with Dave, wasn't it? He was really good.
Yeah.
And the studio was amazing, like it was world-class studio.
I presume making a big commitment like that, because it is a big commitment going over to France for 7 days, you need to have your stuff really latched down very tight. Is that the way it is? Like,
yeah, I mean, we just had to like rehearse, because like you go into like the, you know, we record it live onto tape, so you hear the kind of tape clicking in your earphones, and then it's just that's the take, like, you know, and you have to, if anybody makes a mistake, you got to stop and you got to do it again, like, you know. So here's one of the lads from Grossi. Yeah, stall in, good set. And
it's live, folks, it's live.
And so like that's kind of more of it. That's even a psychological thing that you got to be on the money, like, you know, and then it's got to, everybody's has to be kind of like in the buzz just there and then and playing it right, like. But most times we did, sometimes we didn't. Like Belong, we took us like hours and hours and hours to record. Decay, we pretty much did it in one take, like, you know, just kind of
We prepared ourselves well though, because the studio in my backyard, well, my mum's house. Okay. So we recorded all the tunes we were going to record, and we knew exactly what was going on and the overdubs and stuff. So we got there, we just copied what we did, except in a great studio, like. So it worked out perfect.
It must be tempting, because you're in somewhere like, you know, the middle of France, in a remote place, and you must be almost influenced by the surroundings. So is there a temptation to kind of go, to hell with what we've practiced and rehearsed, and just go with the vibe and the flow and that kind of thing?
Yeah, kind of, like, you know, I suppose we had the certain amount of songs that we wanted to, we recorded 12 songs. It's a 10-song album. We dropped 2 songs since, but yeah, there was that buzzing, you know, and like Dave, actually David, he hates when we call him Dave, so sorry Dave. David Odlum, he definitely like had his input as well, like, you know, on certain, especially like the vocals as well. Like I don't know about like yourself, but personally I suppose with kind of like chilling out the vocals a little bit, because I suppose like, especially with recording it live, we were so used to playing the songs live where the vocals were a bit more attacking, like, you know, where actually on the album they're a lot more chilled out, and it's a better, I suppose, listening experience as well, where the song's meant to be, where I was used to like on stage and trying to sing over like the lads playing their guitars way too loud, like, you know. Yeah. But so that was definitely like something that came out of that, like, you know, and even the effects and stuff. And yeah, I suppose, you know, David, he was like real into, you know, just real supportive and kind of stuff, like, you know, because he knew himself from being in the frames. He knows the whole recording process, and he knows how mental it can get, like, you know, and how you can just be like really up in your head worrying about stuff, like. So then, like, when I got to that point, there was a basketball court out the back, so we used to just go out and play basketball really badly, like, you know, we're bad at basketball. Well, he's alright, you're alright.
The 3-pointers.
Yeah.
Wilson at hand, yeah, absolutely. So listen, getting back to the album then, so you're going to do a full album release on the 26th of June in the Grand Social, I think. What's the album called? It's going to be released on vinyl. Tell us more.
We haven't released the name of the vinyl yet. We're kind of still deciding on a couple of different names, so we haven't settled on it yet, but we were releasing it on vinyl, and we're releasing it on CD as well. It'll be on iTunes and stuff, like, you know, so we'll have details, working on the artwork and stuff now.
So there's absolutely no excuse for all the good folk watching in. to not buy this wonderful object, this objet d'art. Yeah.
That's that haven't been invented yet, and it's going to be released.
Sure. And come here, and 2015 is a really good year for you so far, and we're only in April, but already you're lined up for Canalaphonic, am I saying that right? Yeah. And Independence as well. So you're announced on the original lineup for Independence with Ash, the Mark Lanigan Band, and the Dandy Warhols are three names that come to mind. So that's, and Jape as well. So there's, in the first 10 bands announced, you're there. How did that all come about?
Yeah, we're just like,
Really good.
Yeah. To work it out there, I suppose, and asked us, to play and stuff. So we're just chuffed at these little things happening, like, that even like starting off radio play, like, in Paul McClune really kind of support our stuff, and still does, like, even with the first single In Love that we released in September, like, he just kind of gave it the first big really loads of radio play, and then playing it every night pretty much. Then we released Drinking Alone, then even more so, like, playing it every night. So that was just being great. Paul McClune was being great to us, like, getting the song out there. And then just like blogs as well, the last mixtape as well, like, they've really supported us and stuff, and loads of radio station, 2XM, Dan Hegarty and all that kind of stuff. So all that sort of stuff is just, that's why you do it. Like, well, I mean, it's about writing the tunes and all, but that stuff is just great as well. When you that stuff just happens. It's
there's plenty of people writing tunes in their bedrooms, and really getting great joy out of that, including in myself, and that's great. So I do totally get where you're coming from. But to get it heard by other people is really kind of special, isn't it? How important is radio play, and is it good for Irish music at the moment? Are radio stations supporting Irish bands, do you think?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, there's like
It's that whole 20% thing, isn't it? You have to play 20% of the tunes have to be Irish, like.
Well, that's news to me. 20% RTE, are you hearing that? Yeah.
2050, I don't know.
Terms and conditions will apply. But either way, do you find that like Irish stations are good for supporting Indigenous Irish bands?
And like respected shows that are playing loads of like Irish stuff, and then there's great like Irish only content as well. I mean, you have like John Barker in 98 FM and his Daily Show, and we've been in there, we've played a session in there, and the guys in Dublin City FM as well, we've gone in and played a session with them, and then like Dan Hegarty and Paul McClune, and all the guys like just really playing. I'm definitely leaving people out there as soon as we cut this. I'll be like, this will be value.
That's all right. Don't worry about it. I do the same. I forget to thank very obvious people at the end of every gig. On the way home, I go, I never thanked the sound engineer, never thanked the poster designer, never thanked, but you can't get it right. We can't always be perfect, guys. Let's face it. So the rest of 2015 after Independence, which is in?
It's in the August bank holiday weekend.
Okay, so that's it. Independence in Mitchelstown in Cork, yeah? Okay, and then Canalaphonic, which is the new Dublin festival, obviously on the canal, on the Royal or the Grand?
It's the Grand.
Well done, that was actually a test. And when's all that happening, Owen?
That's we're playing. That's May the 9th. It's May the 8th and May the 9th, which is the Friday and the Saturday. And I think there's stuff going on Sunday, but I know that we're playing like it's the home beat and the last mixtape takeover of Mart. So we've played Mart before. It's a deadly spot, like. So we're headline, I believe, the last mixtape night, and then home beat a run a night on the Friday night. So we're playing the Saturday night. So it's actually sold out, but I think there's some tickets at the door. So like if people want a chance to take a rock.
That's a real Irish thing. It's sold out, but there's tickets at the door. Okay, we need to bag ourselves a few of those, Elaine, yeah? Absolutely. Well, listen, it's been a real pleasure talking to Mono and Owen from the North Sea. Thanks very much, and may the rest of 2015 be as successful as it's been already. Thanks a million.